Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin, the OG, the original Crocknard, sitting here down, continuing our playthrough of John Tiller's American Civil War campaign game, Campaign Chickamauga. This is the Battle of Perryville, October 8th, 1862. And as usual, I am not going to bore you with the AI turn, so let's just jump in and get a recap of what happened. Yeah, they're still pushing up here at the Yankee House. They pulled back a couple units, but as you can see, they still got fresh units coming up, and yeah, it's looking pretty hairy. Although I think I've kind of secured it up here. The units that he had here, he pulled back, and he's still trying to push. As you can see, he's kind of more enveloped the Benton Road to try to cross that. A lot of batteries up here. Moving some more units. I think these units kind of came around this way or through this way. But he's not really doing much because I don't think he thinks he can get to the victory point location back here. And my cavalry has just collapsed all over the place. I don't even know where most of my cavalry is. Let's see. Formation. Okay, yeah, they're retreating all over the place. So yeah, if he had more troops down here, I'd be worried, but I'm not. And down towards pushing into Perryville. Oops. See, one of the things about the Tiller games is if you zoom out and then zoom back in, it'll zoom to whatever the last hex that you clicked on is. And I forget that a lot of times. So, no idea where his wagons went to. I don't think I destroyed them. But, or his wheeled cannons. That not like they're going to stop a division's worth of troops anyways, or a regiment's worth of troops anyways. No, a division. Yeah, three regiments would make a division. So yeah, I'm probably going to march right into Perryville unopposed. And a couple things that I did get pointed out to me. We've got skirmishers out here. Well, come to find out they don't do as much as I thought they did. The first thing is it takes 100 men straight away from whatever your total is, and you have 100 less men to shoot with. The benefit is it costs the enemy more to move into the hex that's adjacent to you. The rulebook says it adds defense and gives more information, but I'll be honest, I haven't seen any more information than what I normally have with having a unit next to a skirmished unit. So I'm not really seeing the upside of skirmishing with the line troops, but whatever. Also, one thing that got pointed out, and I was always wondering about this is the difference between a good player and just a mediocre, competent player like me. Detached. Now, I know what that means in modern campaigns and Panzer campaigns, but in this one, if a unit is listed as detached, then it's out of the command range of its brigade commander. So, as we can see here, my brigade range is only like 3 hexes. So, six hexes in diameter. I think that's how that works. I was never very good at math. But anyways, 3 hexes away from... So yeah, he's outside, and that, of course, that reduces his chances of getting undisrupted. And the person pointed out, was like, well, then you got to take your commander and move him back to... It's like, no, I'm not going to take my commander away from the front lines out of the command range, so they'll lose the benefit. Well, maybe if it's close enough, I could probably move it back to try to get. But yeah, if I pull my leader off the front lines and move him too far away from the front lines, then the guys in the front lines are going to have a better chance of routing, and it just kind of cascades and collects more momentum. So these guys do eventually come back. I mean, they were routed. Now they're disrupted. I'm sure probably within a turn or two they'll be normal. I mean, I can still do stuff with disrupted. It's like immediately put them. Whoops. Make sure we select the unit, put them back into line. And that's about all the movement they have left. I've got 2 movement points. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, so those are a couple things. Those are a couple little things that viewers have pointed out. So let's go ahead and jump back in. Again, I still don't think that cannon and that brigade or that regiment can see anything. These guys, yeah, just again play shooting line. Kind of feel like. Pickett at Pickett's charge. Or not, yeah, the rebels would be feeling like Pickett at Pickett's charge. 7. This cannon still. These cannons are still in reserve. What are those guys? 70 and disrupt. Okay, so we'll just put one more fire into there. 27. That's a good amount of casualties. Anything above 15, I'm happy with. Now that 46, that's really good. When we get numbers like that, start working down the line with the cannons and cannon rifle units. 41 men. 35 men. Yeah, that's... I think if they'd have had... Of course, I'm playing the AI, so I can't really give a critique of the AI's performance because it's the AI. And as I've mentioned before, the AI in Tiller games are garbage. So, let's see. You're mounted, disrupted. Let's get back undismounted. And, oh, I do have the movement points to at least turn you. That's good. These guys, keep putting fire in the Rebs coming up the McAville Pike. 619 men. I can leave them there. The problem is, where's the rest? Where's my leader for that unit? Are they there? Nope. I lost my commander. It may have been killed, but they usually get replaced right away. Oh no, there he is right there. Alright, start paying attention. Alright, let's continue. Oop, he can't shoot. Fire over there. Put more fire on those poor guys. Oh, 64. Ouch. Yeah, they're down to less than 10 men. Put them out of their misery. 4 men. Well, you know they've got about 5 men. 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5 men left there. I could, yeah, let's go ahead. I think I can melee them at this point. Yay, 1 attacker, 5 defenders. 600 men, and I still lost 1 guy taking out 5 guys. My luck. All right, let's go ahead and, let's move this brigade. Yeah, and if you'll notice, I probably should have these guys in column formation. Infantry unit that move into, in line formation that move into the city, they immediately become disrupted. So, yeah, let's go ahead and make sure we put these guys into column. So, see, moving through, they're not as disrupted. That, of course, reduces their combat capabilities, but whatever. Again, I don't think I'm going to have an issue with any Rebs down here at Perryville. Let's see, 36th Brigade. Okay, so 35th Brigade. Those guys. Nope, those guys. Well, move them both up at the same time. Why not? Move them up. Move them up. Move them up. And division commander and supply wagon. Let's take a look at what his command radius is. Yeah. Should probably get him a little bit. Well, he's got his sub commanders in command range, so that's fine. Although that guy's out of range. So that's why I like trying to keep all my regiments nice and tight, or all my brigades nice and tight. All right, well, we'll go ahead and I think that's it. I don't have anything else that I need to do, so we'll go ahead and pause this and let the computer do its turn. We'll be right back. And we're back. Yeah, not too exciting of a turn. It's kind of been a repeat of what we've seen mostly all game. Pushed up at the Yankee House, pushing at the Benton Road, and he's taking grievous losses. I mean, this poor stack here probably took about 100 casualties just moving into position. So much so that I kind of feel bad for the computer player and the computer pixels and all the pixelated soldiers. Maybe not quite as bad as Pickett's Charge, but it's up there. So and these guys are back in good order, so we're just going to shift them back down into position like so. Alright, well, again, these guys aren't going to see anything, so again, top to bottom. Actually, you know what? I say I feel bad for him. However, let's go ahead and charge him. See how good that... Quality D troops. 763 quality D troops. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, that's the worst that could happen right there. They're disrupted. I didn't have a leader. They had a leader. All right. All right, so that ends... Thus ends my dreams of a counterattack to push them back. So we'll just keep shooting at them. 14 men. 59 men. Brutal, yeah. Under 100 men there. And yes, I fully admit this is kind of one of the more boring scenarios I could have done because there's no maneuver on my part. Nobody wants to see me just sit here and in the line play target practice. 74 men play target practice with the Rebs. So hopefully, if I continue this series, next scenario will be a little bit more interesting with some actual maneuver on my part. Keep firing at that poor 47th Tennessee because they're not they're not disrupted. Ah, 5th Tennessee's not disrupted. We're gonna have to change that. Although I guess for a beginning scenario, someone who's just learning the system, this isn't a bad one because again, you don't have to worry about much in the way of maneuver. It's just sit there and blow holes in bad guys. Yeah, we've cleared out pretty much everything up here. I don't... Okay. Do have the range there. Means the cannons should have the range. And really, I don't think... No, these guys should be able to shoot. Yeah, right there. No effect at range. Ooh. Not facing 10. I'd rather keep them facing that way. So yeah, cavalry's all back into position. We're not sticking our nose out again. So let's go down here in Perryville. Fine. Put these guys in column. Alright, what do we want to do down here? We just kind of want to set up a defensive perimeter, really. That's really all I kind of want to do. We'll keep them in column formation in the city. Are they in the city? Let's see. Creek. Nope. They are not, so we can put them back into... Oh, they don't have the movement. Go back into line. They do. And these guys... We'll put them... Oh, they were in line. I should have moved them into column. I'm a dummy. Alright, so let's just go here, here, here. I mean, I'm getting way more fancy. Come on. Getting way more fancy than I need to. And you know what? Just because we'll keep these guys just outside of the outskirts of town. Move them up. Bam. Done. Quick turn. So, I guess we'll do another turn real quick. What are we on? This is turn 12 to 15. Yeah, we'll go to 13. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, stepping into turn 13. I think we've seen the high water mark. They started to pull back a lot of troops here. It's still pushing the Benton Road, but I mean, their troops are all disrupted, so it's not like they're going to be able to launch any melee. I mean, literally, you know, 2 units that aren't disrupted. What else down here? Nothing down here, and whoops, go too far off the map, and nothing down at Perryville. So, yeah, we've seen kind of the high water mark. Let's take a look at the victory. I've lost 1,500. He's lost close to 5,000 and 600 cavalry. Didn't quite exactly go that way historically, but yeah, we're looking at a Union major victory. So, I'll just go ahead and play this through, and we'll get to the... what I'll do is, just because this is kind of boring and I am just doing it in a shooting gallery, I'll play it off screen and we'll come back when I get done with the final victory screen. All right, there. Well, there we go. Final end of the battle. Union major victory. 1,800 Union casualties, 200 cavalry, 4 artillery pieces. We don't want to talk about that. Infantry losses for the Confederates. 5,100, 607 cavalry, 2 artillery losses. That was down by Perryville. But still, Union major victory. Yay! Well, what do we got here? Yeah, he started pulling a bunch of troops back from the Yankee house. He managed to actually breach and push me out of 1 hex past the Benton Road, but as you can see, you got like 67 guys left in that unit. A few guys down here just didn't really... Look at all that artillery. Oh, I'm glad he didn't get that artillery rolling on me. My cavalry, again, just did not do real well. But, you know, hey. Let's see. Let's take a look down at... yeah, he had nothing at Perryville. He had this lone regiment back here. And that was it. That was all he had down at Perryville. But, you know, he had... I think an actual human player would probably fare much... Well, of course a human player would fare much better. Boy, this music is getting annoying, so... Yeah, it was a shooting gallery, so let's go ahead and exit. And oops, watching my YouTube in the background. All right, so yeah, now we move on to the next scenario in the Chickamauga campaign, and here we are, current situation. McCown's attack shortly after 6 a.m. The order was given to attack. CSA General McCown would lead the initial assault against the Union right flank. Defending this Union position was Johnson's 2nd Division. So, and okay, normally we have 2 choices that we can make. Obviously, we don't have 2 choices this time. And I have not done this scenario yet, so this will be a fresh one to me. But again, I'm defending. It seems that the rebel army of Braxton Bragg has decided to strike the first blow on our right flank. Alert the troops that the rebels are advancing. Our right flank may be vulnerable. Start shifting troops to avert this danger. Swift response can thwart this threat and defeat the enemy. I just hope it's not as much of a turkey shoot as the last one was. So let's go ahead and continue. Yep. Rebels have emerged from cover woods. Mist is heavy, but soon the rebels will be revealed. Take aim and let them know their independence waits them in hell. Alrighty then. Loading main program. We're going to keep with manual control. We're going to keep with all the rules. And we're going to be... Oh, here we are, already doing some initial fire. Because the Confederates are doing their first turn. So I guess we're going to... not watch all this because it's going to be very boring. So I'm going to let this run through. And when we come back the next time, if I decide to continue recording this, we'll be stepping into this next scenario. December 31st, 1863. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section below. See everybody next time. See ya!